Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, December 16th. Coming up on Cullman Today, a deadly crash on I-65 in Cullman County is under investigation. Plus, heading up I-65 this week, ALDOT says daytime lane closures could slow you down. And Cullman's new honey-baked ham is getting ready for its official opening. All this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. A Cullman man was killed in a two-vehicle crash Friday afternoon, December 12th in Cullman County. Alabama State Troopers said the crash happened around 2:10 p.m. on I-65 near County Road 222. Troopers identified the victim as 33-year-old Gregory B. Booker of Cullman. They said Booker was a passenger in a 2005 Infiniti G35 when it was struck by a 2006 Toyota Tundra driven by 65-year-old Richard L. Hand of Gardendale. Troopers said Booker was not wearing a seatbelt and was pronounced dead at the scene. Hand was injured and taken to Cullman Regional Hospital for treatment. Two juveniles, ages 17 and 15, both from Kimberly, were injured and taken to local hospitals. Troopers said the Infiniti's driver, 24-year-old Connor D. Eaton, and passenger 26-year-old Matthew Z. Ponder, both of Cullman, were also injured and airlifted to UAB Hospital. Troopers said neither was wearing a seatbelt. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's Highway Patrol Division is investigating. ALDOT is advising motorists to expect delays on I-65 this week as crews patch pavement between Priceville and Hartselle. The work is tied to a $16.5 million project to resurface the interstate in Morgan County, which ALDOT says is about halfway complete. Contractors have recently finished paving the stretch from Hurricane Creek to just south of Alabama 36 in Hartselle, along with new striping and raised pavement markers. Before the next phase begins in 2026, the contractor plans to rebuild potholes that could worsen during the winter months. Rogers Group is scheduled to patch sections of both roadways between exit 328 at Alabama 36 in Hartselle and exit 334 at Alabama 67 in Priceville today and tomorrow. Crews will work during the day because nighttime temperatures are expected to be too cold for hot mix asphalt patching. Weather permitting, work is planned from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and crews will start southbound, then switch northbound. Drivers should expect single-lane closures and plan extra time. For real-time updates, visit algotraffic.com or use the Algo Traffic app. Cullman's honey-baked ham marked its grand opening Saturday with a giveaway for the first 50 guests in line, free sandwiches for a year. Owner Andy Gahagan said the turnout was strong and the team is excited to be in Cullman. The store first opened for business November 17th, serving customers from an outdoor kiosk while finishing up the space. Gahagan said the plan is to officially open to the public on Wednesday, with more updates to come. Honey Baked Ham is located at 1738 2nd Avenue Southwest on Highway 31, next to Farmer's Home Furniture. Along with its signature ham and turkey, the restaurant offers sandwiches, soups, salads, deli items, ribs, chicken salad, broccoli salad, and more. The location also provides full-service catering and business gifting options. Cullman's 2,500 square foot shop has seating for 16 guests. Hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5. The store is closed on Sundays. More information is available on Facebook at Honey Baked Ham of Cullman, Alabama. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, West Point and Cold Springs hit the track at the Birmingham CrossPlex this weekend. Sports is next. Welcome back. West Point and Cold Springs track and field teams competed in the Holiday Invitational indoor meet Saturday at the Birmingham CrossPlex. The event brought together schools from across Alabama and featured more than 30 individual competitions. In the field events, West Point's Miles Fairchild improved on last week with a season best long jump of 17 feet 10.5 inches. Teammate Hannah McKinney placed 22nd out of 58 in girls' shot put at 26 feet 3 inches. Cold Springs' McKenna Taylor finished 28th in the same event with a throw of 24 feet 10.5 inches. In pole vault, Cold Springs junior Blake Belcher cleared just under 11 feet and senior Claire Huffstutler cleared 7.5 feet. On the track, Cold Springs 8th grader Reese Swidecki placed 8th out of the 63 in the girls' 1600 at 5 minutes 32 seconds, then took 2nd out of 16 in the 3200. Paisley Whitlow finished 5th in the 3200. In the boys' 1600, West Point senior Jesus Tovar ran a personal best 5 minutes 8.81 seconds. West Point's Rush Lamar placed 10th in the 60 hurdles and ran a personal best in the 60. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, hundreds gathered at Cullman City Cemetery this weekend to remember and honor our veterans. Plus, Cold Springs FCCLA stepped up for the holidays, turning a fundraiser into gifts for kids in need. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Cold Spring High School's FCCLA chapter spread holiday cheer through its FCCLA Angels Community Service Project, raising money to adopt 3 local elementary students. Students funded the effort with a candle fundraiser, then put leadership and life skills into action by budgeting and planning their purchases. The group shopped together on December 10th, choosing thoughtful, age-appropriate gifts for the children. Members wrapped the presents the following day to get everything ready for delivery. The chapter also thanked the Cold Springs High School lunchroom staff for donations that helped make the project possible. Organizers say the project gave students a hands-on lesson in teamwork, financial responsibility, and service while helping make the holiday season brighter for local kids in the community. West Point High School's Scholars Bowl team will host a fundraiser concert Saturday, January 17th in the school auditorium to help cover travel and competition costs as the team looks to return to the national tournament and defend its title. Coach Henry Lee said the program typically needs around $20,000 a year for entry fees, practice materials, equipment, and expenses like travel, lodging, and food. The team won the NAQT Small School National Championship Tournament in April in Chicago and is aiming to compete again this April. The event will feature singer Sophie Henry, the coach's daughter, along with Eric Figueroa, Tim Bolin, Brady Smith, and Coach Henry. The band is expected to play a mix of rock and country hits plus a few originals. Tickets are $10 in advance and $12 at the door. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. with the show starting at 7. Advance tickets are available through Scholars Bowl team members or by emailing Lee Henry at thenry@ccboe.org. The Cullman community gathered Saturday at Cullman City Cemetery for the annual Wreaths Across America ceremony, joining thousands of locations nationwide to honor fallen service members during the holiday season. Organizers said this year's effort reached a major milestone, with more than 1,400 wreaths sponsored, exceeding the local goal by nearly 13%, and additional local cemeteries also hosting their own ceremonies. After the program, volunteers placed wreaths on veterans' graves throughout the cemetery, pausing at each headstone to speak the veteran's name aloud as an act of remembrance. The ceremony included a moment of silence, a prayer, a ceremonial wreath presentations honoring each branch of the U.S. military, as well as prisoners of war and those missing in action. Sponsorships for 2026 are already open, with wreaths costing $17 each. Southern Ghost Girls Tours and Paranormal Investigations is offering Cullman Ghost Walks of Christmas Past lantern tours this month, with upcoming nights set for tonight, Thursday, and this Saturday, all starting at 6 p.m. The tours begin at Haunted Bennett Home Supply on Highway 31 in Cullman. Organizers say the experience blends local history and holiday-themed storytelling with a ghost hunting element as groups explore by lantern and learn about reported paranormal activity tied to historic locations. A portion of the proceeds will benefit Toys of Joy in Cullman County as community programs sponsored by Cullman Elks Lodge number 1609 that provides Christmas gifts for underprivileged children. Organizers say the goal is to add some seasonal fun while helping make sure no child is left behind on Christmas morning. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week. Larry James Johns, 75 of Cullman, passed away Saturday, December 13th. Funeral service will be held at 1 p.m. tomorrow, December 17th, at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home, with burial at Etha Baptist Church Cemetery. Visitation will be today from 6 to 8 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will be sunny with a high near 50. Winds stay light, but will pick up a gentle south to southwest breeze around 5 miles per hour this afternoon. Tonight turns mostly cloudy with a low around 33. Tomorrow will be partly sunny and a little warmer, topping out near 56 with another light south to southwest breeze around 5. Tomorrow night stays mostly cloudy and milder with a low around 43. Winds remain light with an occasional gust up to 15 miles per hour. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. But until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.